Hello, I'm Corey and welcome to day 5 of 100 Day Project and my version of it, which is 6 by 6 and 6. And today's episode is brought to you by this little guy, squirrel. And you'll understand the reason for that in just a moment. It is a super simple project. It is using one piece of 6 by 6 paper. Actually, this one was an 8 by 8 just because we've been doing that with Tim Holtz. And this one was the original 6 by 6 piece that started the whole thing. And then this, but I'll show you the real samples at the end. So the reason this little guy, step back. What you need to complete this project is actually really simple. Ink if you're going to ink, wet glue, pair of scissors, some clamps, and you don't have to have the clamps. You can use your fingers. I just like the clamps. 2 tabs, and you can use the whale tail. You can use anything you want. You can use a circle punch. I happen to use this one because I liked it. I think these are spellbinders, but you certainly don't have to. You can use any tab, and a circle punch. That's it. That's all you need to do this portion of the project. And actually, I'll do this first, and then I'll take you off on my tangent to the end of the way the project ended in the long run. Okay. Oh, and you can use a scoreboard for this if you want to, but you, again, don't have to. This one works real well without it. So you've got your 6 by 6 paper. You fold it in half. You could use a bone folder here, but again, you don't have to because this one doesn't have to be perfectly creased for what we're doing. And fold it in half again. So you've got 2 3 by 3 squares and crease it. Then you're going to make one cut. That's it, one cut. With your scissors, if I were using directional paper, and I should have grabbed directional paper. Sorry about that. For example, if I were using this particular piece, if I were using directional paper, I would want the words facing up or facing me. So these would be my words or my images. And when I make my cut, I want to make my cut with the images backwards. So the images, I don't have any of those right here. No, I got nothing. Oh, here, let me grab one of the millions of samples that I made to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. So this particular one, this completed one, has words on it. And so when I cut this one, I fold it like I normally would. And then when I cut, you only make one cut and you cut from the top down. And I want it upside down when I cut it. And I'll go into why in a minute. But if it's directional, cut from the top. If it's not directional, it doesn't matter because it's square, so all your sides are going to be the same. It doesn't really matter where you cut. And you're going to cut right in the ditch, and you're going to go from one edge. Let me see if I'm in frame here. Sorry about that. You're going to go from one edge to the corner, and that's it. One edge to the corner, and that's the only cutting you're going to do. And then you're going to, depending on which side you want out, your outside envelope, the piece that's going to be on the outside, when you fold, it folds in. So I'm going to put this on the outside. So I fold it in, and then I fold it back and back. And it'll make more sense in a moment. And that's all there is to it. Now is where you have your options. Okay, great. That's just a fold. You can cut a divot right here, and then you have this fun little side opening, and that is where today's project started. That's kind of what I was thinking, and I'm sure somebody somewhere has done something similar, but I wanted to make it easy after yesterday's a little bit more time-consuming project. So this is where I started. I thought, okay, I'll just punch it on top, and then I've got a little tuck spot at the top, right? And then I could glue this down on my project, whatever my project is, whether it's a gift card or a junk journal or an envelope or whatever. And then I've got a pocket back here on the page that I'm gluing it on. And then I've got a tuck spot up here. And then I've got this fun little closure. And then I started thinking and playing and thought, well, that's kind of fun. But what if I made it just a little bit bigger? No, that's not where I thought. That wasn't my thought process. This was, I could put it on the side or I could put it on the top. I could put the pocket either way. Doesn't matter. So for this one, and for the sake of finishing a project in 6 minutes, yeah, if I like this on the outside, I leave it. If I don't, I just fold this back over, fold it back over, and now the alternate. is on the outside. So the dark ones, and do I like that better? Sure I do. Okay. Then I open it back up, and across, I guess, kitty corner from the cut is where I'm going to make a divot, and that's where my circle punch comes in. I'm going to make, maybe, make a divot, and I'm going to roughly center it. You could measure it, but I'm not going to. And you make a divot, and what did I say was going to be on the outside? Okay, so I said the dark circles are going to be on the outside. So there is your pocket. And I decided the pocket was going to be on the top. And there's your booklet. All you do after that is when you fold it in half. So you've got your cut here. You fold it in half. You are going to, if my pocket were on the side, I would glue the top in this side here. But in this particular case, I want my pocket to be on top. So I'm going to put glue on two pieces. I'm going to close this outside edge. I'm just going to put a thin bead of glue on this outside edge. And then a thin bead of glue on this inside edge, because that's where I want my pocket to be. Okay, so I've got two places for glue, and this is where the clamps come in because I prefer the clamps to hold it in place. In fact, I'm going to grab another one, clamps. Okay, so I'm going to let that glue for a second. And so I thought you could put it on the top, you could put it on the side, just little tabs. And I only came up with these tabs because I had some on my desk. And I thought, well, that's kind of fun. It's kind of different. And then I thought, well, Tim Holtz 8x8 paper I have. And let's try that. I like the top pocket. And I could put a little pocket here. And I could put it inside my journal. And I could put a pocket here and here. And I've got this tuck spot. I could make a tuck spot here and here. And there's all kinds of ways. And I thought, well, I always have a Starbucks gift card on my desk. Well, that would fit a Starbucks gift card. That's kind of cool. It's a fun little gift enclosure. And then, sorry about that, I've got my Disney paper, which is the 6x8. And I thought, oh, you know what? If I were to give a gift of a Disney gift card, well, then I could do this, make it there. And then I could put a little tab at the top to tie it close. So I've got my gift card and my envelope all in one. So I've got my card and my envelope, just a little bit of ribbon or string or something here, and I could put a message on the front. And, wait a minute, so 6x8, I could do that for anything. And that's where the squirrel came into play. So to finish this off, I've got my little booklet, and I can close it at the top if I want by putting a couple tabs at the top. Do I like that? No, I want this polka dotties on the outside. So I could glue it on the top right here. And that's one tab, and that's two. And that's what I started off with, is just one tab. I thought, oh, that's kind of fun. I'll just put a little tab there, make it a little booklet. It's kind of cute, right? And then I thought, well, gosh, because there's no pocket here and there's no pocket here, I could put two tabs on it. A tab, here, I'll just do it. A tab at the back. And I'm going to roughly center that. It doesn't have to be centered, but I'm going to roughly center it. Tab at the back. And I usually just line it up with, and I would ink it first if I were going to be me and ink it. So I've got a tab at the back, and then I've got a tab at the front. It's kind of like a little closure. So if I wanted to close it up, it's another alternative, a way to close it up. So I'm going to put the tab on the front. And when I put the tabs on, I line one up with the other. So for example, I'm going to lay this tab here because I want them to work together as a closure. So I'll lay it here. And with wet glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room. And I'll lay it down so that it's mostly lined up. And then if I need to straighten it or move it around a bit, I've got that leeway. Okay, so I've got this here, and I would clamp it. And now I've got this little booklet. Well, I can, and there's my tuck spot. There's my back page. I can do anything I want. My front page, I can do anything I want. I can put a side pocket. I can put a tuck spot. I can do all kinds of things. But also, I can close it. And then I can use just a circle punch, a standard circle punch, and close it. But I also have this, I've got this fun slot punch. Thank you, Carrie Bradford. That I saw it and she had it and I had to have it. And you can use this slot punch, and then it gives you like almost a little gift bag and an option to you know, put some wider ribbon without it being super bulky. And I thought, well, that's kind of fun. You could put a little tree in there, and, you know, if you're gifting this to somebody, you're good to go. And then it took on a new life. This quick, super simple little project became this big, huge, convoluted thing. So I needed a couple of gift cards for graduation. Some folks are graduating. And I thought, well, gosh, I usually get a gift, and I usually get a gift card too. It's just what I do. And I thought, I can put my card and my gift card in one thing. So here, this is an old one I've got. I almost always give Starbucks, because who doesn't like Starbucks? I mean, I know some people don't like their drip coffee, and I don't either. But there's something there for just about everybody. So I could put my gift card in, and it can be any gift card. It certainly doesn't have to be Starbucks. And then I can put my message right here. Congratulations, great job. I could put a little picture here. I could put another little gift card, just a little envelope, one of these half envelopes, glue it down, and another gift card. I could actually put 4 gift cards in here if I wanted to, because it's my gift card in my envelope all in one. And I can use ribbon and just hand it like this, or I could put the bulb pin on here and clip it to the top of a gift. I could put the person's name on the front and blah, blah, blah. So it kind of took, like I said, took on its own life. And this is the exact same thing, only it's a piece of 4x8 paper as opposed to 6x6. No, I'm wrong. It's 6x8 paper. Which was what the Disney pad was, which is where I came up with this. So cut it to a piece of 6x8, and you do the exact same thing. You've got an instant gift, a lot of fun, any season, any holiday. I made a couple little ones with some tulle at the top for Easter gift cards, and these are old Starbucks cards from many years ago. At least I think they're many years ago. Tuck it inside with a little message, to who it's from. You could put a photo in there for a memory, whatever. So then I started really playing with it, and I thought, oh my gosh, the advent calendar idea. How fun would that be to do as an advent calendar? So you could still do a gift card, but you could do an activity in here every day. Like you open it up, you've got it like this, and you do the activity, and then you've got places for 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures of you doing that particular activity. You know, you can put the tag on top, you can have the tag hanging. And then I thought, well, gosh, I could hang these on a tree. They could be ornaments on a tree. And so I went in this direction. I used this tab for most of these because I liked it, but I could use the half circle or the hexagon or the circle tab, or this particular one, which reminded me of an Easter egg or a top of a Christmas tree ornament. And so this is the same exact thing made into a Christmas tree ornament. I started to decorate these, and then I got off on my total squirrel tangent. Like, you know, you could put a little gift card on the front. You can use a little mini ornament and hang it on the front with a message. You can use stickers or die cuts or anything. Oh, here we go. Here is one. I got sidetracked and put a sticker on it. And I thought, well, that'll be fun. And then just put the tab at the top. I can put the dates like I did with this one for the advent calendar and make them look like ornaments and hang it on a tree. It just goes on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, I started decorating these. And I'm like, wait a minute. The concept isn't the decoration. The concept is the gift card in the little 6x6 pocket. But I just wanted to show you real quick if you want to hang around. I made these in almost no time flat. I just did an assembly line. And so I can have them in a little bin ready to go for Christmas. Just as I need them. Oh, here we go. Here was a little sticker. Just put the it's to or from and the little sticker. So there's a gift card in there, or there could be a gift card in there. There's the little tab. Put my, there's the little slot for the gift card. Put my little tabs at top. A simple sticker and a gift name or enclosure, and you're done. And so I started playing around with these and making a bunch of these, and oh my goodness. And you just stick them in your bin. And then I thought, well, gosh, would this work? These are all two-sided papers. How could I make it work with one-sided paper? So I started playing with one-sided paper, and let's see, it says add pockets for treats before gluing. Oh, here we go. So this particular one is a one-sided paper, and When you make it for one-sided paper, you do this same type of a thing. You score it, or you fold it in half. You don't even have to score it. You fold it in half at 3 and then at 4. And you fold it a slit. If you want it to open, I've got them somewhere in here. If you want it to open long ways like this so that the gift card fits in like this, then you make your slit on the 4-inch side. If you want it to open sideways, and I'm sure I'll get to one of those in a minute, then you make your slit on the 3-inch side. But I did them on the 4-inch side because I wanted the cards to fit in top, because I really liked the little handles and the fact that when you close this up, your gift card doesn't fall out. It's got kind of a built-in closure so that you know your gift card is going to be safe in there. When I did the one on the side, I was worried that the gift card might fall out the side pocket. So, you know, if you're going to add a little pocket, you could add a pocket to your page. And there was a tip somebody asked me about yesterday. So I folded and I cut and then I notched. I made my punch. And I wanted to put a little pocket on the front of this, and I'd probably sew it. So what I did is I took the piece that I cut out right here and I glued it onto the piece that's going to be my pocket. And I'm going to use that as my guide so that I know my pockets are the same. And then I just abut the circle punch with where I cut the circle up from the top. And it's going to be gone, so I don't have to worry about, you know, any residual. And then I know that my 2 pockets are the same. And then I can just glue that down here, or I can sew it on before I glue it. Sew before you glue, because if you sew after you glue, you'll sew everything together. So I thought that was kind of, you know, another option. This is the one where I did, no, this was a top pocket. I don't know why it says side, but top pocket. Oh, I know. I could put the tabs on the side. So I could still close it like I did that first one by putting the tabs on the side. So there's an option. So back to the ones with one side. Let's say you don't want to use ink or stencils or stamps or anything to decorate the inside. I used, this is one-sided paper, and I used scraps from the other side to glue the one to the other. And I just used a little bit of scraps, and I used a little scrap with a circle punch to put it in here. So, and this one doesn't have ink on the sides. Like I usually like to ink things, but you certainly don't have to ink things. This one, I don't know why I showed you that one. Oh, side. The stripes go on the side. If I wanted the stripes go this way, I cut down the long slit. Okay, single-sided paper, add ink. What I meant by this is, so I've got a single-sided paper, so when I open my gift card up, right, I open my gift card up. Again, when I made my slit, I did it from the pattern side down, facing down, so that when I close and fold, my pattern side will be up. And now on the inside, where the pocket's going to be, the trees are upside down, but you won't see that because it's going to be glued together. So I could ink this. I could use distress sprays or any mixed media. I could use stencils. I could use all kinds of things. This one, oh, see, I knew I had a directional sample. Okay, so when I made this one, here's my 6x8, right? And I folded it and folded it, and cute little birdies don't want to be upside down. So when I cut it, I flipped, and I cut the long side again. I cut the 4-inch side, and I cut it with the birdies' heads down. It's because when I glue it, when I fold it and glue it, the birdies' heads will be up. I'll put my little tab up top. I'll put my slot in here, and the birdies' heads will be the right way up. So there was my sample. This one I was going to do as a photo book, and again, the whole squirrel thing, I thought, oh, I'll put a photo here, and then the gift card enclosure here, and then a photo here, and then, like, no, the concept is the 4x6 book, excuse me, the 6x8 book or the 6x6 book, not the decoration. And so I just made a whole bunch of these. You can use old stickers. Here, this was saying you can add a stencil. You can use your stencils and add a Christmas stencil. And this is really thin paper, so it wouldn't cost anything to mail. Single-sided with cover, single-sided to be covered. Ah, there we go. I knew I had one like this. So this was single-sided paper, and I wanted to show you how easy it is. This is single-sided. And then I put the white, I did the pattern on the outside. So the white side, the inside. So when I open my card up, if I'm going to put my top tab, this is pattern, this is pattern, this is pattern, this is pattern. And the only white spaces I've got, I could stamp on this, I could ink it, or I could just glue a panel of paper on. And then I've got, I could do that both to the front and back. And when you're doing it the opposite way, when I want it like this, and if I were to open this up and, no, verse vice, this way. There we go. If I wanted to do it like this, and I'd wanted to punch my piece here, so here's my flap, and I punch this out, well, heck, I'll show you what I mean. I'll just do a little tab. I've got this little tab, and then it's white in the back. I could ink that, or I could just take a piece of the pattern paper and hide the fact that it's white. Can you see that there? Did I go out of screen? Okay, hide the fact that it's white. So all kinds of options. This one was one I was playing with before. Like if you don't want to have to untie this, like if you wanted to hang this as an ornament on your tree or something, or a gift tag, and you don't want to have to untie it, well, you can just put a little flap to hold the card in, or to hold your gift card in. So I just used a scrap of the paper and a Velcro dot and glued it down. It'll hold it in. I don't have to worry about my gift card falling out. So many options. Such a great way to use. I figure most people who have 6x6 pads probably have 12x12 pads, and you can easily get 2 sheets plus all your tabs with one. So you'll get 2 cards plus the tabs you need with 1 sheet of 12x12. So if you've got extra 12x12 paper, you could sit one evening and make a bunch of these, and then at Christmas time, you just write who it's for, put your gift card, and you're good to go. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you got some ideas there, and thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.